double bond, then two double bonds and one ring, or three double bonds, right? So you have to tell me this. So the very first thing which you need to understand is this: there are two methods to solve this question. First one is the correct method, that is logical, and the second method is actually the trick method. So first of all, we should go conceptually. Then I will tell you the trick method to save your time, or you can say, if you are not remembering, to give you some examples to calculate the degree of unsaturation. That is one, C6H6. So now you tell me twice of carbon, that is 2 into 6 plus 2, that is in the formula, minus the number of hydrogens, that is 6 upon 2. So what you will get? You will get 8 by 2, that is 4, right? Second, let's discuss the case of C2H2. So here, to calculate the degree of unsaturation, you know that twice the number of carbon, that is 2, plus 2, that is in the formula, minus number of hydrogen, that is 2 upon 2. So what you will get? You will get 4 by 2, that is 2. Third, discuss the case of C4H8, right? So here, degree of unsaturation will be twice the number of carbon, that is 2 into 4, plus 2, that is in the formula, minus number of hydrogen, that is 8 upon 2. So it will give you 1. Next, let us discuss the case of C5H11Cl, right? So the degree of unsaturation will be twice the number of carbon, that is 2 into 5, plus 2, that is in the formula, minus number of hydrogen, that is minus 11, and the number of halogen, that is 1, that is chlorine, upon 2. So what you will get? You will get 0. Okay, so that was the degree of unsaturation formula and its application. And why degree of unsaturation is important? Because it helps us to predict the structure from molecular formula. Okay, what does it do? It helps to predict structure from molecular formula. Right? How? Because if you see that degree of unsaturation is 0, so what you will get? That carbon will have its 4 sigma bonds. Okay, suppose if degree of unsaturation 1 comes, it means either 1 ring or 1 double bond. If degree of unsaturation comes to be 2, now you know that either it can be 2 rings, or it can be 1 ring plus 1 double bond, or it can be 2 double bonds, or it can be 1 triple bond, right? So these are the possibilities which will come in your mind. So what is the thing here? That first of all you have to calculate degree of unsaturation, then you have to calculate the possibilities, and then you come on the formula, that what will be the molecular formula. Now let me give you some questions. So the general question is this: how many elements of unsaturation are implied by the given molecular formulas? Okay, so that is your question, and the formulas given to you are C6H12, C5H8O, C7H11Cl, C5H5NO2, C8H11N, right? So these are the formulas from where you have to calculate that degree of unsaturation. So first of all, try yourself, then I will be telling you the answers. So discussing with the very first question, we know the formula of the degree of unsaturation, that is 2 into carbon plus 2 minus hydrogen plus nitrogen minus halogen upon 2. So that is our formula. So discussing with the very first example, how many carbons are there? 6 carbons. So 2 into 6 plus 2, that is in the formula, minus number of hydrogen upon 2. So what you will get? You will get 1. So either it can be alkene, alkene possesses one double bond, or it can be any cyclic structure. Okay, so these are the possibilities. Now discussing with C5H8O. Now you know that 2 into carbon number, that is 5, minus hydrogen number plus 2 is in the formula, and you know that oxygen doesn't affect the degree of unsaturation upon 2. So what will be your answer? Your answer will be 2. Discussing with the next example, you know twice the carbon number, that is 2 into 7, plus 2, that is in the formula, minus hydrogen number and minus halogen number upon 2. So what you will get? You will get 2 7 14 plus 2 16 minus 12, right? So you will get 4 by 2, that is 2, right? Now we discuss about C5H5NO2. You know that twice the carbons, that is 2 into 5, minus hydrogen plus 2, that is in the formula, and nitrogen means we have to plus the number of hydrogen, that is plus 1, and we know that oxygen doesn't affect the degree of unsaturation, and this whole thing divided by 2. Next we discuss the case of C8H11N. You know that twice the number of carbon, that is 2 into 8, minus number of hydrogen, that is 11, plus 2, that is in the formula, and 1 nitrogen is there, therefore plus 1 divided by the 2. You have to calculate that what comes in your answer. Now next question which I want to give you is that consider the molecule with the formula C10H16, right? Now you have to tell me that I will write some structural features, and you have to tell me that which one is not possible. Okay, so the structural features which I am going to write here is first, that is 2 triple bond, B 1 ring and 1 triple bond, then 2 rings and 1 double bond, then 2 double bonds and 1 ring, or 3 double bonds, right? So you have to tell me this. So the very first thing which you need to understand is this. There are 2 methods to solve this question. First one is the correct method, that is logical, and the second method is actually the trick method. So first of all, we should go conceptually, then I will tell you the trick method to save your time, or you can say if you are not remembering the formula or something else, then you can apply that trick. So first of all, talking about C10H16, so what is the formula? 2 into number of carbon atoms plus 2, that is in the formula, minus number of hydrogen upon 2. So what you will get? You will get 22 minus 16 upon 2. That will be 3. Okay. So here what you need to check? You need to check in which of these structures you will not find the 3 degree of unsaturation, because the question has asked not possible. You know to check the degree of unsaturation. Double bond means 1 degree unsaturation, ring means 1 degree unsaturation, triple bond means 2 degree unsaturation, right? So the very first option, that is 2 triple bond. In 1 triple bond there is how many degree unsaturation? That is 2. So here 4 degree unsaturation is there. So by the way, the correct answer is option A, but let's discuss other options also. So here it is 1 ring, that is 1 degree unsaturation, and 1 triple bond, that is 2 degree unsaturation. So total it became 3. In the option C, 2 rings and 1 double bond. 2 rings means 2 degree unsaturation, 1 double bond means 1 degree unsaturation. So total it will become what? It will become 3 degree unsaturation, right? In the option D, there is 2 double bond, that is 2 degree unsaturation, and 1 ring, that is 1 degree unsaturation. So total it will become 3, and 3 double bond means 3 degree unsaturation. So in all of these, which one is the correct answer? That is not possible for C10H16 is the A, that is 2 triple bond, right? That was the conceptual method. Now the trick method is this, fast calculation. If you can calculate the degree of unsaturation fastly from all these options, then you calculate everywhere you will get 3 degree unsaturation. Only the 4 one will be the correct answer, right? Now let's discuss next question. In the next question, you have to tell me that I will write some compounds here and you have to tell me in that which is monocyclic saturated compound. Okay. The compounds are A C6H6, C3H7Br, C3H7N, C3H8O. Okay, these are your 4 compounds, and in these 4 compounds you have to tell me that which one is monocyclic saturated compound, right? Now first of all, let's decode the question's language. It is saying that monocyclic means only one cycle. You know that one ring gives you the degree of unsaturation, that is 1. So here in monocyclic the degree of unsaturation will be 1, right? Saturated means there is no double bond, so there will be no degree of unsaturation, right? So here it will be 0. So the total degree of unsaturation which the question wants us to point out, it is 1. Okay, so now we will check in every option that which compound is having the degree of unsaturation as 1. So we will apply the formula that is 2 into carbon plus 2 minus hydrogen plus nitrogen minus X, that is any chlorine, bromine, fluorine and iodine, and divided by 2. So talking for the first option, that will be 2 into 6 plus 2 minus 6 upon 2, right? So the degree of unsaturation which you will get from here is 3. Okay. So the total degree of unsaturation which you will get from here is 4, right? Now talking for the next, 2 into 3, that is the carbon number, plus 2, okay, minus hydrogen, that is 7, minus halide, that is 1, and it is upon 2, okay. So here the degree of unsaturation comes to be 0. In the next option, that is 2 into carbon number plus 2, that is in the formula, minus 7 plus 1, because 1 is the nitrogen, divided by 2. So what you will get from here, that is 1. In the next option, we will do 2 into carbon numbers minus 8 upon 2. But for oxygen, what we are going to do? We are going to do nothing, because we know that there is no effect of oxygen and sulfur on what? On the organic compound, right? So here the answer will come in minus, right? It will come minus 2 upon 2. That is the mistake which you can make here. Actually you have to plus 2 here, right? So what you will get? You will get 0. So in all these options, which option is giving you the degree of unsaturation is 1? So that is the option C, right? Now we will be discussing.
In crowded classes, these gaps go unnoticed. With one-to-one mentoring, chemistry becomes logical and real improvement begins.